A possibly revolutionary shift in the XRP space is about to occur. There is talk that all of the XRP that is presently in escrow might be burned, although the burn rate is now around 5,000 XRP per day, or 1.825 million XRP annually. There is growing conjecture that this rate is rising. Up to 25,000 XRP may be burned per day, according to some commenters. Interestingly, there are reports that this action is connected to Ripple's escrow accounts. A former Ripple director's remarks, which suggest that Ripple may carry out a one-time huge burn of all the XRP in escrow, give the situation a more dramatic turn. There seems to be more to the possibility of this occurring than mere conjecture. The timing of this scenario, which coincides with Ripple Labs' announcement of a repurchase of about $1 billion worth of XRP from its circulating supply, is what makes it even more intriguing. Many have theorized that this buyback and the possible escrow burn may be related to Ripple's settlement with the SEC, and that the buyback is necessary since Ripple still needs XRP. Such an escrow burn has far-reaching consequences. The value of XRP could soar to $10,000 per token if Ripple burnt off all of its escrow. According to my analysis, a valuation of $10,000 per XRP may be necessary for Ripple Labs to continue operating and developing, especially given the increasing number of partnerships the company is forming and the need for XRP to sustain these agreements. Hi there, family of Moneyside. Welcome back to the place you can rely on for all things XRP. Let's start with some housekeeping before we get into today's subject. I would greatly appreciate it if you would hit the like button to join our active community. Click subscribe and enable those alerts. And don't worry, we're about to do something fantastic. Upon reaching 60,000 subscribers, we are preparing for a spectacular XRP giveaway. It's really easy to enter the giveaway. Simply take 3 simple steps. To guarantee your entry, make sure everything is in order, and remember to include a #Moneyside in the comments. This opinion has been expressed in a number of articles, which claim that Ripple's cross-border payment relationships will cause XRP to reach $10,000. Given the growing size of Ripple's international alliances and their reliance on XRP, such a large increase in XRP's value is not only possible, but may even be required. Recent leaked and published reports attest to XRP's global expansion, and its growth trajectory has been nothing short of exponential. Notably, BlackRock plans to adopt XRP for cross-border payments, according to a leaked report. The main ideas of this study are emphasized, highlighting XRP's developing function as a worldwide cross-border payment system. The Central Bank of Ireland's recent revelation that they want to use XRP for cross-border transactions has added to this momentum. This action not only demonstrates XRP's dependability and effectiveness as a payment method, but it also formally acknowledges Ripple, the business that created XRP, as a registered virtual asset service provider. This is a strong endorsement of XRP's financial sector potential. Concurrently, the Global Central Bank of Japan has started using XRP into their international payment systems. With more than 30 central banks currently actively working together to create a central bank digital currency on the XRP ledger, this is a part of a broader trend. Out of these, 19 central banks are said to have bought more than $9.4 billion worth of XRP. The FedNow Instant Payment Service's possible adoption of XRP is not even included in this number. The FedNow Instant Payment Platform is thinking about utilizing XRP to manage the blockchain component of their payment system, per information that has been leaked. This evolution demonstrates the increasing trust in XRP's technology and its applicability to contemporary financial applications. It is impossible to overestimate how important the US Federal Reserve's plan to acquire full control of XRP and Ripple Labs is. A major change in the financial landscape is represented by this action, which aims to prevent retail purchases of XRP. Instead of creating a conventional CBDC, or central bank digital currency, the Fed plans to take advantage of the effectiveness, affordability, and environmental friendliness of the RippleNet system, which makes use of the XRP ledger and digital asset. This strategy is especially pertinent in light of the global trend wherein major central banks from more than 8 countries, including the BRICS countries, have already joined up with Ripple Labs to implement the XRP ledger and the RippleNet system. The Federal Reserve has openly said that XRP and XLM may play a significant role in the blockchain component of its FedNow payment system, underscoring their involvement with blockchain technology. One of their papers claims that the FedNow services partnership with Metal Blockchain to enable fast conversions between fiat and stable coins is a big step in the direction of combining decentralized finance and traditional banking. At the moment, US citizens can only make quick domestic payments using digital wallets for cryptocurrencies or third-party programs like Venmo and PayPal. Nevertheless, the FedNow system, which is still being developed, intends to incorporate cryptocurrencies into its structure. More than 120 organizations have joined this platform, including newcomers like Exchange Bank and US Bank, as well as a number of payment processors and solution providers. With the possible incorporation of Ripple into the FedNow service, we are about to witness a major advancement in the field of digital finance. One of the fintech firms being evaluated for this project is Ripple, which is well known for its cutting-edge international payment solutions and open-source distributed ledger technology. Also on the list of possible partners for the FedNow service is Stellar Lumens XLM, which is well known for its blockchain-based payment network that enables faster and more affordable international transactions. This leads us back to the two main points of our conversation: the possibility that XRP will soon hit $10,000, and the possibility of a large-scale XRP burn from Ripple Labs escrow. The XRP digital asset will reach a major milestone as a result of these two interconnected elements. It's possible that the mass burning of XRP from Ripple's escrow will be the driving force behind XRP's expected $10,000 price threshold. Statements made by former Ripple director Matt Hamilton, who suggested that Ripple could destroy all of the XRP stored in its escrow wallet, have further cemented this belief. Given Ripple's ongoing legal dispute with the SEC, this disclosure is especially significant since it raises the possibility that a settlement agreement may include such a burn. This has far-reaching consequences. A significant shortage of XRP might raise its price to $10,000, but it would also result in a record-breaking demand for the cryptocurrency from institutional and ordinary investors, who are more interested in using digital assets like XRP for international payments. The amount of XRP that would be available would thus drastically decline, requiring a higher price per XRP token. It is astounding how many transactions XRP is capable of doing. Because of the huge volume and value of the transactions, more than $1.20 quadrillion, within the International Swaps and Derivatives Association, or ISDA alone, a price of $10,000 per XRP is required. This article sums up the scope quite well, making it apparent that XRP wants to enable transactions in the ISDA that exceed $1.2 quadrillion. And that's only one aspect of the problem. Other significant participants in systems where XRP is anticipated to have an impact are not even included in this calculation. It doesn't include the possibility that SWIFT would use XRP for payments, SBI's intentions to spread XRP remittances throughout Southeast Asia, or the big purchases made by financial behemoths like BlackRock and JP Morgan, who are rumored to have started buying more than 7.5 million XRP. Additionally, this figure excludes Ripple's collaborations, such as the one with a payment giant to improve digital asset transactions and facilitate cross-border payments in Africa. The need for an even larger value of XRP becomes clear when we take into account the additional quadrillions from central banks and nations implementing XRP, in addition to the trillions from the private financial sector. The possible value of an XRP currency might range from $50,000 to $75,000. Even though this might seem unrealistic, it is consistent with the fact that XRP has the potential to process enormous amounts of money on a worldwide scale. Even though XRP is currently selling at 62 cents, when I initially purchased in it, I was persuaded of its potential by its technology and ability to manage enormous amounts of money. Because of this very potential, XRP will eventually need to be valued much higher than it is now. Please keep in mind that I do not hold a financial advisor license. These videos' content is solely intended for viewing enjoyment. Before making any financial decisions, I always advise viewers to do their own research and speak with experts. Many thanks for listening. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Additionally,